Today's obituaries are brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home. Funeral service for Wally Moore, age 63 of Coleman, will be this afternoon at 2 o'clock at Coleman Funeral Home Chapel. Interment will be in Laodicea Cemetery. Graveside services for Irene Flossie Easterwood, 82 of Coleman, will be this afternoon at 4 p.m. at Fellowship Cemetery in Spring Hill. Moss Service Funeral Home is directing. A private memorial service for Scott David Parker, age 52 of Coleman, will be held for family and friends. And those are our obituaries for today, brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home.
Premier Bank presents Today on 2. It is Monday, April the 27th. April the 27th. Always sticks in everybody's memory if you've been in Coleman for at least 4 years.
Right, yeah. But that's okay, today looks gorgeous.
Yes, it does.
It looks absolutely
We're not going to talk like it
gorgeous.
was
No.
4 years ago. Well, let's see. Let's start with our artwork. You can see that we have different painting behind us, and I think they have a camera shot of it. There we go.
There we go. Good. And that artwork is done by Miss Pam Willingham. It's an original oil, and it is actually provided by the Red Door Cafe. They're going to change this out, I think, once a week. We're going to get a new featured painting or something, and this one's called Motorcycle and Shadow. And Pam's favorite subjects are normally living beings, but she does like to go beyond life, such as by showing the humor in a face or the warmth of a sun dancing on leaves. And Pam is the owner of Shop Around the Corner. Pam has been a friend of ours for many, many years.
Yes, she has.
She is an awesome artist, just wonderful artist. She will do commission work, all kinds of things like that. If you want to just go purchase this, you could purchase this at the Red Door Cafe, but she does have her own shop, and you can purchase original oils and whatever from her. She and her daughter Laura are very, very talented, and we are very excited to have them in Coleman because they provide artwork all the time. So anyway.
Okay, well, let's jump to the weather forecast, see what the weather's like this week. As always, brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet on Cherokee Avenue. Here's the almanac for the 27th of April. The average high is 77. The average low is 54. It got up to 90 in 1986. The record low 36 in 1919. The sunset will be at 7:28 and sunrise tomorrow morning about 6 o'clock. There we go with the satellite picture. You can see what went through the Gulf area over the weekend and moving through Florida now. Here's the forecast for today. A little bit cooler than normal, partly cloudy with a high of 69. For tonight, cloudy skies, low of 49. Tomorrow, rain moving back into the area, probably starting in the afternoon with a high of 67. Rain continuing until Wednesday. High Wednesday 80, and then diminishing chances of rain, sunshine, a little bit cooler temperatures than this time of year, but hey, we'll take it. Should be some nice days once we get through Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah, but it's going to be a little cooler tomorrow, right?
A little bit cooler than normal. Yeah,
definitely.
but hey, sunshine today will make us feel good.
That's
like
right.
the weekend.
Yes. Well, those strawberries need sunshine.
Yes.
And we're going to be talking about that strawberry festival that's coming up on Friday, May the 1st. They're having live music, kids' activities, everything strawberry to eat and drink. And on Saturday, it'll be starting at 8. On Friday, it starts at 4. Arts and crafts fair, a 5K and 10K walk and run, and live music. And is this at the Fest Hall? I don't know where it is. Okay.
Yes,
okay.
Fest Hall.
At the Fest Hall. Okay. So fantastic. Y'all go and attend. It's just so much fun to be a part of all of that.
I went by the farmer's market at Fest Hall last Thursday, bought some strawberries from William Burks. He said to tell you hello.
Okay, good.
And I had strawberry shortcake last night.
Oh, you lucky dog.
And he told me, I said I had forgotten to go by last Tuesday. And he said, well, I didn't have very many on Tuesday, but he said, just picked these yesterday. And he said, next week, which is this week, I'll have a lot of them.
Okay, yes, because they've had some sunshine. I had talked to a strawberry farmer about a week or so ago, and he said, we need sunshine. Too much rain's not good for strawberries. We need that sunshine. So they've had a whole week of sunshine, and maybe hope...
They're looking good.
Yeah, great.
And taste even better.
Oh, my goodness, yeah. Well, awesome, awesome.
Okay, Facebook friend. Who's our friend today?
Let's take Zena Sanders. Hi, Miss Zena Sanders, and she likes Berkeley Bobs and Gary Sanders. I wonder if she's related or married or or something. But at any rate, very good. Thanks for being our friend, and we're going to go ahead and give you that large barbecue sandwich from Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue. Just come by here first, please, to pick up your certificate.
Okay, we have a jam-packed program lined up for today. Our first guest is Jacqueline.
I'm back! Yeah, I'm going to talk about the NRA convention that I went to a couple of weeks ago in Nashville. And then we're also going to visit with Amy Jones, who is with the Foundry, and she's going to be giving us some information about that as well. So we have a...
And also, at the end of the show, we have some video from the tornado 4 years ago. I'm going to show that also. But you wanted to mention quickly the Safe Kids Expo yesterday.
I did. First of all, the weather could not have been more perfect. It was in the low 70s, and it was breezy, and of course this was held out at Sportsman's Lake Park, so we were in the shade and the trees. It was perfect. And we had scheduled, I'm on the board for Brooks Place, the Child Advocacy Center, and we had scheduled this for Saturday. Of course, Saturday we were expecting 100% chance of rain and all this kind of stuff. We thought, oh, this is not going to work. It didn't rain Saturday, but it wasn't nearly as nice as Sunday as far as weather was concerned. There were hundreds of people in the park yesterday. I mean, literally. They had 500 hot dogs that Destiny Church had provided. Desperation Church, I think. Desperation Church. I wasn't in charge of that, so I hope I got that right. And then also they had 1,000 drinks, and everybody could have 2 drinks, okay? They had snow cones and popcorns and stuff. They completely ran out of all of that. Wow. And then they had the blow-up slides and the blow-up bouncy things and a blow-up basketball stuff. And then they had also, they were doing like little... identification record things where you could get your child's picture taken, and I think a fingerprint and that kind of stuff, so you can keep that on record in case something were to happen to the child. You have it right there in your home. There were just different things. I know there were some bikers there giving some safety tips. I saw that Red Cross was there, I think, and also State Farm was there with a little booth. And anyway, it was great. Weather was just absolutely perfect. Hundreds and hundreds of kids, and I was in charge of the bouncy slide. You know, you climb up this thing and then you slide down. It's all, full of air and stuff and everything. And the kids were really great. They could go 4 at a time, and I was trying to get these kids 4 at a time, and they could do 4 bounces or 4 slides or whatever. Anyway, it was very well done. Everybody really cooperated well. Thank you to all the volunteers that came out to help, and it was a good event.
Very good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, we will talk about the National Rifle Association Convention with Jacqueline right after this commercial break.
With classic bolognese behind you, there are racks of lamb ahead. There are tartlets to take on, and crazy knife skills to perfect. There is you and your muse, the appliance brand more chefs choose. Chefs choose KitchenAid for their homes more than any other brand. And when every machine does incredible things, there's so much more to make.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Coleman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
As a local auto owners independent agency, we are dedicated to assisting you in your time of need. We live and work right in your community, and we're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Fortunately, emergencies don't happen every day, but when they do, we're here to personally see you through. For life, home, car, and business insurance, call us, your local independent auto owners agent today.
Recuerdo el momento.
Nunca olvidaré el momento.
Ese momento.
Fue un momento que cambió mi vida. Había estado entrenando con ellos durante meses, hasta que llamaron a nuestro equipo por primera vez. Era la hora de la verdad. El incendio se acercaba peligrosamente a las casas. En ese momento, realmente entendí la importancia que tiene la guardia para mi comunidad.
La guardia puede ser una parte importante de tu vida. Visita nationalguard.com.
The National NRA Convention, National Rifle Association, was in Nashville. Nice location for people from Alabama to attend.
That's right, and from everybody else across the country, because there were 80,000 people there.
80,000.
80,000. Last year we went to Indianapolis where it was held, and there were 78,000. I remember them saying that. So they keep increasing every year. But how many people have an annual convention and can say 80,000 people came?
Yeah,
you
right.
know, I mean, so it is, this is definitely a force to be reckoned with. And the whole thing about the National Rifle Association is it is out there to protect your Second Amendment rights. That is what they're doing. They are lobbyists. They are watching out for us in Washington. All the things that are trying to be passed, kind of under, without the American public knowing about it, they have been able to really stay on top of things. And so even if you're not a gun enthusiast, okay, even if you don't own a gun, it's our Second Amendment right for us to be able to bear arms. And that's our forefathers knew that from the very beginning, that if you've got a government well, first of all, if you've got citizens that don't have arms, that don't have guns, cannot protect themselves, then the government can sweep in and take over at any time. It's happened in Nazi Germany. It's happened all over the world. Look at all these other countries, that Poland, all these countries where they came in and confiscated their guns, and then the government came in and took over. So that's enough about that. I'm not going to make this whole thing about that.
One statistic I read this weekend. It was about life 100 years ago in the United States. And I think that the total number of murders that took place was like 250.
Wow.
Everybody owned a gun at that time.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Yeah. It's not guns that shoot people, it's people that shoot people, okay? And if you're going to get mad enough, you're going to find something, to kill that other person. But anyway, so just don't think about, well, I just want you to look at the NRA in a good light, because they are out there doing really some good for us. But this was their 144th year to have a convention. Okay, and it was fabulous. And they had all kinds of different exhibitors. In fact, I have this little book here, the NRA annual meetings and stuff, and and exhibits. There were over 3,000 exhibitors. 3,000
Wow.
exhibitors, okay? And everything from guns to jewelry to, I'll show you a little picture. I've got a couple of pictures at the very end. I'll show you, they had ATVs, they have safes that you can put your stuff in, they have nice wooden cabinets that you can put your guns in and stuff. But it's just a variety of things, T-shirts, all kinds of things. And that was held at the Music City Center Hall in Nashville. This is a new building they built about a year or so ago, and it's very hard to find a place that can house
Right.
this size of a
many people,
convention and
yeah.
3,000 exhibitors, okay?
Uh-huh.
And also they had the Bridgestone Arena that was also available, and that's all in downtown Nashville. So this was so cool. But one of the things I wanted to point out to you, that it started on Wednesday, it ended on Sunday. We got there on Thursday. There were different banquets that you could attend. There were different breakout sessions, like, let me think if I've got that in this book or not. Different seminars. There were Law Enforcement Officers Safety Act, Methods of Concealed Carry, Trouble on the Horizon, the coming tidal wave of misinformation about guns. But they also had different little breakouts, like how to make sausage, how to kill a deer and clean a deer and eat the deer, how to cook it, or meat or whatever. So and even tips on women, how to be, how to shoot firearms and things like that. How to shoot like a girl was, I think, the name of the seminar. So there are all kinds of different seminars. Book signings. Oliver North was there. He had his book there. He was signing his book. Rick Santorum was signing a book. Different people like that. So it's just a great event. But on Friday, they had the Leadership Forum. And I've got some pictures of some of the people that presented that day. So I just wanted to show you that. Of course, this took place April the 16th through the 19th, and it was the NRA ILA Leadership Forum. And our first speaker, of course, was Wayne LaPierre. He's the CEO of the NRA Association, has been for many years, and if you're an NRA member, you probably know. But Governor Bobby Jindal from Louisiana was there. These are probably all very good potential candidates for the next presidential race, and so he was there. Let's see, Governor Scott Walker was there. And I tried to get a couple of different shots because some of these were from the big screen that was up on the, so you could see. And we had pretty good seats. Rick Santorum, senator from Pennsylvania, was there. Of course, he ran for president last time. Sheriff David Clark from Milwaukee County. And I don't know if y'all know about him, but last year he was on TV during this time, and he was the one that told Obama he could come and get his guns.
Yeah.
He used a few explicits there when he said that, but he was very interesting. Governor Rick Perry from Texas, former Governor Rick Perry from Texas. He ran once before, and I think he might be running again. Governor Jeb Bush from Florida, our former governor, was there as well. Dr. Ben Carson, one of my favorite people. I think Dr. Ben Carson's one of the smartest guys out there, and just has a story, a very influential story. He came from nothing, but his mama stayed on top of him and tried to make him understand he needed to read books, and now he became the pediatric neurosurgeon in I think, Massachusetts, Boston area, something like that. Senator Marco Rubio was there, and of course, we've heard a lot about him. He is probably going to be running for president.
He declared last week.
Okay. Governor Mike Huckabee, former governor from Arkansas. He was there, of course, and he used to have his TV program on Fox News, and I think he might be running again too, but he ran once before. And then Senator Lindsey Graham, you see him, if you watch Fox News, you see him a lot because they ask him a lot of times, various different questions. I forget what committee he is in charge of, but at any rate, Donald Trump was there and admitted that he really wasn't much of a hunter, but he did support the NRA, but his sons-in-law were hunters, so he was very familiar with it and everything, but he was interesting. And Ted Cruz, the senator from Texas, was there, and I really liked Ted Cruz. I liked his appearance. I liked the way he his mannerisms, the message that he had to deliver, I thought that he did a very good job. He did not use a teleprompter. He kind of walked across the stage, so he did an excellent job. And then on Saturday, our entertainment was Mr. Alan Jackson, and I know he is coming to Coleman for Rock the South.
That's right, he is.
He is celebrating his 25th anniversary. Keeping It Country is what I think he called it, and he was just awesome. He had his band, of course, with him, and he did just such a great job. And I did not get a picture of him, just did not think about it, but they also had the comedian
Jeff Foxworthy.
Jeff Foxworthy was there. I'd never heard Jeff Foxworthy in concert before. He was hilarious. I mean, laughing and crying out loud, kind of funny. This is just a picture that I shot from up above in a balcony area, just to kind of give you a little sample of the crowd that was there. I mean, that was, and then also this is, of course, Derek and Logan, and there were little ATVs there that you could sit in and pretend to drive, and Logan had the best time doing that. So they had a great time. There were also some exhibits outside. I guess they just ran out of room, but they had like trailers and vans and things like that with outside that you could go through, and just different things. So it was fabulous. And kids of all ages, little
really.
kids on up to older kids, big older kids. So it was just very, very good. Really, if you ever get a chance to attend, even if you're not a member, you don't have to be a member. I mean, there is a fee to get in, but it's well worth it. It really is. So I enjoyed it.
Okay, very good. We'll be back with more of Today on 2 right after this.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Coleman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
I remember the moment clearly,
I'll never forget that moment.
as long as I live.
I realized at that moment, when we first saw the damage, these people really needed us. And I was going to make a difference, right here in my community. Together with local responders, we cleared trees and collapsed walls. We had to get to the family trapped beneath. As a citizen soldier, I made a difference.
Be there for your community at NationalGuard.com.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Coleman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements. Let's see what we can give away. What do you say?
All right, let's give away some
Okay,
prizes.
let's see what we have. Oh, a sausage biscuit from Bojangles, one of our prizes for today. And we also have something else. Yes, a free haircut courtesy of Hair by Loretta, and the barbecue, Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue, the family barbecue pack. Those are the prizes we have for today. Let's look at our ads. We'll ask you a question about one of these ads. And we start with Pizza Hut, where they have the all-you-can-eat lunch buffet served every day at noon as well as Sunday evening. And it's just $5.99 for all you can eat at Pizza Hut.
And Berkeley Bob's Coffee House and Whole Earth Store has baked goods and smoothies. They have live folk music and, of course, specialty coffees and bulk teas available all the time. And Friday night, May the 1st, is the Panama Red and Mary Lou, singer-songwriter. On Saturday, they have somebody. And on Monday, the 4th, is open mic night.
Oh, that's good entertainment. I've seen them. Deb's Bookstore, your hometown bookstore just down the road, where books are always on sale. Used books, half price every day at Deb's Bookstore.
Mr. Hicks Menswear and Formal Wear. It's Coleman's only men's specialty store for suits and sport coats. Go and see all of their wonderful prom tuxedos available, or a tuxedo for any occasion, weddings or any kind of special event.
Tires for Less, more than just tires. They do oil changes, minor engine repair. They replace shocks and brakes and do alignments. 7:30 to 5, Monday through Friday. Tires for Less.
And Mullins Body Shop. You've counted on them for over 50 years for auto body repair and service and towing, and you can count on them today. That's Mullins Body Shop.
Hair by Loretta. Loretta is the color specialist. She is in a new location at the Bellafair Day Spa and Salon. Call for an appointment. She's there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Grand Point Pharmacy and Gifts. They make managing your prescriptions easy because managing your health is hard enough. That's Grand Point Pharmacy and Gifts, and they now have Dippin' Dots.
There we go with our merchant ads for today. I think I'll give you an easy question for today. We have two body shop and auto repair advertisers, Earl's Body Shop and Mullins Body Shop. One is north of Coleman, one is south of Coleman. Which one is on the north? Which one is north of Coleman? Two body shops. Easy question. You got a 50-50 chance of winning there. And let's see, we have the sausage biscuit from Bojangles, haircut by Loretta, barbecue from Mad Dog Mike's Barbecue.
These are good prizes.
Yeah. Here's our phone number right there on the screen, 256-734-7399. You can call in right away and win our prize for today.
I hear the phone ringing.
Which
I don't know if
body
we've got
shop
anybody.
is north of Coleman?
Let's see. Do we have somebody?
Do we have a phone caller? They're trying to decide.
Yes,
okay. It's hard to get through the screeners today. All right, who's on the line, please?
Norma Rand.
And from where are you calling? Please listen to your telephone, not the TV set.
Coleman.
Okay, what's the answer?
Earl's Body Shop.
Okay, Earl's Body Shop.
Body Shop.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah.
Please, when you call in on the show, talk on the telephone. Don't listen to your TV set because there's a 5-second delay.
Right, yeah.
And then we have to sit here and wait for you to hear it on your TV set.
Right. So just mute that TV and listen to us on the
That's
phone.
right. Okay, let's look at the rest of our ads. We'll look at Earl's ads and the rest of the ads. Starting with Be Fit, the fitness facility located right downtown. It's just $50 a month. You just pay month to month, and that includes a personal trainer. Be Fit.
And birthday cake and special occasion ice cream cakes are available at Dairy Queen. The 8-inch round serves 8 to 10. The 10-inch round serves 12 to 14. And there's a great way to get somebody a wonderful birthday cake from the Dairy Queen.
Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue has the family barbecue pack at $15.99. And Mad Dog Mike's Barbecue is in the Berlin Quick Stop on Highway 278.
Chesley Oaks Golf Course open 7 to 7, 7 days a week, and you can get out there at 7 a.m. in the morning and have a wonderful day of golf. Have an 18-hole golf course there at Chesley Oaks.
And the Wellness and Aquatic Center has the 6-lane competition pool, a full fitness center, indoor walking track, all sorts of classes available at the Wellness and Aquatic Center.
And Earl's Body Shop voted Best Automotive Repair in Coleman. Large and small towing available local or long distance, 24 hours a day at Earl's Body Shop, located in the north end of town.
Done Right Taxes and Bookkeeping Services remind you, yes, they do bookkeeping. They do payroll for small businesses. They're on the 9th Avenue Southwest, right across the street from the city cemetery. There we go with the merchant ads. We'll be back and check birthdays and anniversaries and other stuff.
Okay.
Right after this.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Coleman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and you're open on Saturdays.
As soon as you've conquered coq au vin, there's chocolate to souffle. There's baklava to build from scratch, and béarnaise to top epic fillets. There is you and your guts, and heat that you can trust. KitchenAid Even Heat technology gives you incredible control over sautéing, melting, and simmering, and the most even baking across all racks. And when everything you try turns out, there's so much more to make.
Let's look at our community billboards, brought to you by Pepsi and Coleman Jefferson Gas. The Holly Pond FFA is doing a plant sale. They have a greenhouse and they're open weekdays 8 to 3, and on Saturday, May the 2nd, they're going to be open from 8 until noon. They have bedding plants, squash, tomato, geraniums, lantana, peppers, Gerber daisies, and hanging baskets available. And County Commissioner Gary Marchman has a community forum scheduled for Thursday, May the 7th at the Coral Springs Community Center. Everyone is welcome to attend. Wes Hampton from the Gaither Vocal Band is tenor, and he is going to be performing at St. John's Church on May the 3rd in their Christ Hall. It is just $10 a ticket, and the doors open at 5:30 and the concert starts at 6. And if you have a community billboard you want to share with us, you can send it to our webpage at channel2coleman.com, email us at channel2coleman@gmail.com, give us a call at 256-734-7399, or like us on Facebook at Channel 2 Coleman. And we would like to wish a happy birthday to Clarice Schaefer and Blakely Burns. And their names will be put into the drawing where they have that possibility of winning an ice cream cake from Dairy Queen on Friday. And Calvin and Naomi Yoder are having an anniversary today. Congratulations. And your name will be put onto the drawing on Friday where they have the possibility of winning a $15 gift certificate from the Candle Garden.
Now let's check the weather, brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet. Make the switch to Mitch. It should be a sunny day, partly cloudy is the forecast. High of 69 for tonight. A little bit of cloud cover, low of 49. Rain returns tomorrow afternoon with a high of 67. And we have more of Today on 2. Amy Jones is going to talk about the Foundry Farm.
Yep.
And we're back with more of Today on 2. And we're here with Amy Jones, and she's with the Foundry. And we're going to be talking about some different aspects of that, and they're expanding in our community. First off, the Foundry, I think people are familiar with the Foundry. We know that they help people, but also that we have the thrift store in town, which I love going to. How long has the thrift store been here?
Well, we're actually going to have our 4th anniversary of that coming up in May, so it's neat to be here 4 years.
It doesn't seem like it's been that long.
I know,
Time flies. Time flies. Okay, let's start with how the Foundry originated and where it started, and kind of what the philosophies are behind the Foundry.
Yeah, I'd love to share that. The Foundry actually started in Bessemer, Alabama in 1971. And our focus in 71 was really more on the rescue side of our organization. There's a tremendous need in Bessemer today, but has been for quite some time. And we really reached directly to the community. But in the early 90s, our executive director, Bill Hines, came and really put his heart and soul into the organization. And what he really began to see in the homeless and poverty-stricken communities was that drug and alcohol addiction was really the root of what led those individuals into that type of living. And so that is really where our drug and alcohol program was birthed. We also have a third arm of our ministry, so we have the rescue component, but in the recovery, and then the third piece is our reentry. And the common theme between those three things is drug and alcohol addiction. So our recovery program, which we have a campus here in Coleman, is a long-term recovery program. Okay. So the type of people that typically end up in our program have been through a couple of rehabs before. Okay. And most of us know someone or a family member or a friend who's been affected by addiction. And I was actually in a church recently over in the Birmingham area and looking out in the congregation, I said, hey, if you know somebody whose life has been affected by drugs or alcohol, just raise your hand. And there literally was not one person in the congregation who didn't raise their hand. So we know it's a real problem. And actually in Coleman, 1 death a month is specifically related to drug and alcohol abuse.
Oh my goodness.
So it's a little bit overwhelming.
That's definitely an eye-opening
it really is.
statistic. Okay.
It is. So this recovery program is for people who are really ready for life change.
Is it a men and women program, or is it just strictly, I know some are just strictly for men, some are just strictly for women.
Right.
So
overall, we have about 400 people in our programs.
Okay.
And the majority of that are men. We have 57 women on our campus in Bessemer.
Okay.
But here in Coleman, it's all guys. It's
Okay.
a great environment. It's outdoorsy. The type of guys who just need to get out of the city life for a little while and get back to nature, a little bit closer to where God's presence is living on a day in and day out basis. The farm is perfect for that.
And let's talk a little bit about what's happening this weekend. Sunday, you're expanding from 45 to 80 spots, I guess, out at the farm. That is wonderful that you're almost doubling. So let's talk a little bit about the groundbreaking.
I would just be honored to. So on Sunday, the groundbreaking is open to the community, of course. But we're so excited just to put some shovels in the ground because we have consistently had a waiting list for that program, and adding these additional beds, doubling the capacity and the influence in this community is really going to help us overcome the drug and addiction problem in our state.
And when they have residency out at the farm, what are they doing to better themselves? What are they doing? Jobs, classes? What aspects are kind of in their recovery?
Yeah, that's a great question. If I had to summarize the 3 biggest effects outside of family on drug and alcohol abuse, it's in our education system, it's in our healthcare system, then it's as well in the job environment. So those are 3 specific areas we really hit hard. If you think about addiction, the rehab or the getting off the drug component really only takes about 90 days for you to detox and to be drug free. But you really have to get back to the root of why the addiction took place and to begin with. Like something drove them to fill the gap or to cope in the way that they did with drugs and alcohol. So really the last 9 months of our program helps get inside, helps show that Christ is the solution for what's hurting inside of you. And those 9 months we spend helping them become productive, transformed people. So they'll undergo counseling every single day. They have a counselor that they meet with regularly. They attend church. They're part of small groups. But we also work diligently with local colleges like Lawson and Wallace State to help get GEDs if they need that, to help them get some skills like maybe their welder's permit so they can begin working in that job environment. But thirdly, we also teach them to get up for work and to go to work every day. Out at the farm, they can choose from a couple of different work readiness opportunities. They can work as an administrative support on the farm itself. We've got farming opportunities where we grow some fresh produce there. We also have the thrift store in Coleman, and there's lots of job opportunity there where they can work their way up to be supervisors and really begin to help new people coming in the program. So the goal is really that when they graduate our program, they're drug-free. Their life is Christ-centered, and they're productive in their own societies.
Going back to the thrift store, we take loads and then we shop a lot too. And both aspects of those, I'm always so pleased at how nice everyone is, and everybody tells you God bless you. You know, everyone. It's you can just tell in their personalities that they're confident and that they are God-centered. So it's always a blessing going in the thrift store. I really enjoy that aspect of it. So that's just wonderful that you're almost doubling your program here locally. Yes. Are there specific drugs that you're seeing that have kind of taken over, or kind of, I guess, I don't want to say the lead runner, but that are kind of causing the majority of the problems?
Yeah, I'll tell you the 2 that we're seeing really overwhelm us in the state of Alabama are the heroin usage as well as spice. It's kind of an up-and-coming trend that's unfortunate. Let me just tell you a little bit about heroin. I personally didn't have anyone in my family who's been affected by drug or alcohol abuse, but this was interesting for me to know that heroin is an opioid drug. And the Birmingham area and Alabama at large is actually a huge city for opiate addictions. That's things like Oxycontin and prescription medication. I think we've all heard about that in the news. But since our laws have kind of tightened up that you can't doctor hop and get 1,000 prescriptions, that opioid fix is still there. And so all of these users have now swapped to heroin, and it's cheap and it's easy to get. But the problem is, we've had more than double in our state, 147% more overdoses in heroin in 2014 than ever before.
Oh my goodness.
So it's a huge problem because the heroin is a pure grade, and a lot of times you'll do it one time, and the first time that you do it, it's an overdose situation. And so my pastor says often that we're all one step away from stupid.
Right.
Like tomorrow we could go and make one stupid decision.
Right.
And unfortunately for people who make a stupid decision of trying heroin, it will end in their death.
Oh my goodness. It's just, well, it's good that we don't need to be living with our heads buried in the sand. I think we live in such a small community that we like to think that nothing happens here. And obviously, it is happening here for the beds to need to be doubled. What can we do as a community to help the Foundry? Are there volunteer opportunities, supporting the thrift store? What's our best way to help?
Yeah, there's really three main ways that you can help the Foundry overcome this drug addiction. First and foremost, we would ask that you would pray. Pray for the men who are currently in the program. Pray for the men who are not yet here. But are struggling with addiction or steps away from making a decision about alcohol or drug usage. Additionally, pray for students. We're seeing a huge increase in high school and college students in drug addiction. So pray. That's the first thing that we would love for you to do. Second one is share. Share what's going on. Coleman is an incredible community, so supportive and so Christ-based, and so share what the Lord is doing in your own community to help people change their lives. And then third, we'd love for you to give. There's lots of different ways to give. Of course, financially, if you want to participate in the building campaign, we'd love to have you be a part of that. But give your clothes, donate them to the thrift store, give your time, volunteer. There's so many opportunities at the farm for you to get involved with these guys and really minister to them. So come, be a part. We'd love to have you.
That is great. And so this Sunday, April the 26th, they're doing their groundbreaking. I've said it many times, they're doubling from 45 to 80 beds. If we need to get in contact with you, is there a website or something that we can kind of look and get more information?
Yes.
Okay.
There is. If you'll go to rebuildcampaign.com, there's tons of information just about what the Foundry Farm is doing, and as well as statistics and specific things that the Foundry is doing to really help make a difference, as well as ways for you to get involved with the campaign.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much, Amy, for your time. We have really been informed, and I hope y'all take some time out to see how you can help the Foundry. Stay tuned for more of Today on 2.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Coleman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat